The sentiment across the board on social media was insanely bearish, and I gave you all props for not really being tied up in all that. And I think we did pretty well with handling the bearishness here in the market in our particular server. So good stuff. And yeah, here we are, 700 points higher. I do expect there to be a little bit of profit taking today, or at least not today, but this morning. Too much too fast move. And we'll see how that really plays out. Looking across the market here, we have the first red candle of the day there on NASDAQ. That indicator's going nuts again. NASDAQ, red candle, ES, red candle across the board there. We have mostly green. The only thing that's really bleeding right now is Google, Apple, and Meta. Meta's getting wrecked. They had earnings yesterday. Market's coming on down. We're going to try to maintain the same level of accuracy we did yesterday and the day before. Yesterday was extraordinary. Definitely my favorite session of the year was yesterday. It was incredible. Thoroughly enjoyed yesterday's session. The analysis, the price action, the volatility, the movement, everything was great. There was enough for everybody. Bearish, bullish, doesn't matter. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So hopefully we have another fun session today. Starting to see some signs of a little bit of profit taking there. The book wasn't much help yesterday. 74.25 is currently on the book. 73.95 is to the downside. Quan Tower is loading the chart. Sometimes that happens. That rhythmic might get a little crazy there out of the gate. Still, NASDAQ is straight up. It's been straight up now since 3 o'clock this morning. There's not a single short ability on NASDAQ since 3 o'clock this morning. Literally straight up. So the squeeze type momentum that is now baked into this is very dangerous if you're looking for a top tick, because everyone and their mom got super bared up yesterday. It's like they took half a bottle of bearish Viagra pills yesterday. It's been way longer than 4 hours and no one's going to see a doctor. And they're trying to short this thing back down. And all it takes is one little candle, and this thing is going to rocket another 200 points beyond 28,000. Right here. So just be careful looking for top ticks after yesterday. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Look, massive bottom wick again already. 100-point bottom wick on the 1-minute chart, and up, up, and away. NASDAQ straight freaking up. Microsoft, one of the biggest names in tech, is up 15%. SanDisk is up 16%. AVGO is up 3%. Just a phenomenal bullish day, baby. Phenomenal bullish day. Meta, 536.37. SpaceX is up to 114. I'm having Claude build me an app where I can use when out thrifting. I'll be able to take pictures of items, scan through all the selling platform to give me its value. That's fantastic. If you know how to use Claude, there's no reason you can't bring in an additional source of income, even if it's only a couple $100 extra a month. There's no way. What's up, Tim? Crazy price action last 24 hours. Yes, sir. You are correct. You are correct, sir. Crazy price action. Markets blasting once again. Up, up, and away. Will we get profit taking? That is TBD, homies. That is TBD. Today is the day after FOMC. We've already had the major FOMC reversal this morning that we discussed yesterday. We have a small top tick on NASDAQ, instantly bottom wicked. Today is Thursday. We're going to see what this baby's going to do. We have Apple earnings after the bell today, so still more shenanigans. Still more shenanigans. A little bit of a top tick. Still holding just fine. Still holding just fine on NASDAQ. Nice. Let's see. In 23 minutes, we have the Atlanta Fed GDP, which is a 2-star event. Fed balance sheet is later this afternoon, and that's it. I intend on getting something going on today. Is there any other software similar to SpotCam Hero? Love it, but $2.99 a month is steep. Not in the way. I mean, there's a 1,000 different options analytics out there, 1,000 different ones, and I'm sure there's one out there that's. I mean, we're not dealing with groundbreaking information here. We're just taking options data and we're presenting it in a manner that's consumable for the average retail trader in a way that doesn't require a PhD in economics or options data. So I'm sure there's one out there. I mean, I prefer Spot Gamma. Like I said, it's fantastic. The people are super nice and helpful, which alone is a great value. But the short answer is I'm sure, but I don't know the names of any specifics. Am I waiting 15 minutes again? Probably. Like I said, too much too fast could be on the books here, but I'm just so delicate for short positions. I'm just not buying into this just yet in terms of shorting. Just yet. Good morning, Tim. Ramos, how you doing? One side needs to tip their hand or we're in a bull trap or bear trap. Man, this thing has been so back and forth now for 2 months, it's hard to really get in the mindset of bear trap, bull trap. Otherwise, it's all bull crap. No, I'm just kidding. 27,900 we're currently sitting at. I just need the 3 C's. Where's our volume at right now? The volume is at 936 high volume top wick. We have a ridiculously bullish tech right now. I mean, ridiculously bullish. 13%, 12%, 9%, 3% green days. So I need to see something that really get me into thesis of possible downside if that's what we're going to do. And the reason is that we had a discussion last night in the server after the market closed that if you counter the retail sentiment, most of the time, that simple little thing alone is going to put you on the right side of the trade. And everyone was insanely bearish yesterday at the close, and rightfully so. And the price action was insanely bearish. And on the macro, let me separate those two. On the macro, I do think we're in the process of heading lower. But on the micro, you have to expect a bull response after such a day yesterday, especially into tech earnings. And then we'll determine what's going to go on here in today's morning session. And then throughout the macro, I do think that we are going to begin initiation lower or continue on NASDAQ lower. Now, ES has not yet broken that markdown event frame. NASDAQ has. At the moment, let me hit refresh on the options to kind of get things cranking. We have a very wicky open here for NASDAQ. I mean, it's nothing but wicks. Wick. ES is kind of slightly cranking lower. Let's go take a look at the hero right now. What do we have? The hero is selling calls. Selling calls over here. And we got a little bit of put selling here too. So not a lot of options buying at the moment. I am going to be taking a look at a swing position entry today. Nothing's lower on my quant tower. It's all right. You don't need to be turning nothing anyway. USJPY. Yeah, yields rocketed yesterday. We put in a new 20-year high on the US 30Y, which is the 30-year yields. It's one of the reasons why the TLT continues to crawl to the downside. As long as the yields keep going up, the bonds are going to keep going down. They're, for the most part, inversely correlated. I mean, they're not technically inversely correlated, but that's the way they act most of the time. So we need to see a huge reduction on the yields to get bonds to really start cranking, and our long position will start to pay dividends. Right now, the algorithms are tripped up. Now, what was the main phrase we were uttering yesterday to get us into a position? Anybody remember? Other than the obvious 3 C's, of course. Pop quiz, hot shot. Manana, big green candle, baby. Change of character. Change of character. Right now, what is the character of the NASDAQ? Up and away, grind session, algorithmic run. When you see this style of price action, this is an algorithmic run up to the upside here. If you want to short a move like this, God help you, because you are going to get clapped. You're going to get clapped you're just going to get clapped. So you need to see a change of character to even consider shorting something like this. And one day, for no reason at all, I decided to go for a run. What platform do I use to trade? I use IBKR, and I use Quantower for my TPT trades. And also, I opened up a NinjaTrader account, and I put 5K in it so I can test out this algorithm thing with Claude. I don't know how it's ridiculous. I don't understand how a NinjaTrader allows you to trade the leverage that allows you to with such a small balance. It's a little bit ridiculous. All right, insanely bullish price action still. The SanDisk is up 17%. We have liquidity up to 74.25 on the S&P. On NASDAQ, we have a move upwards here. There's not a lot of liquidity on the book on NASDAQ, but everything is sitting at 28,000. Still going, baby. Still going. Appreciate y'all being here on the YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for choosing Options Millionaire for your trading needs. Massive exquisite. This is what I'm saying, man. Do not be shorting this right now until you have a change of character. It says Blasteroni with cheese all the way up. Look at that. 28,000 in going on NASDAQ. That alone was a 150-point candle. I warned you. I warned you. I warned you. Normally on a day like today, I'm screaming about too much too fast. Y'all know me. Not today. Not today. Things are teed up. I can't tell if I'm a stupid bear or if this feels like too much too fast. Well, you have to look left, Proggy. Normally, like I said, I'd be also looking to short this on a normal day. But what happened yesterday? This is the problem with being a bear. You get so few times. Remember, for anybody who's in the military, remember when you were in basic training or officer school, whatever, and you finally got to go to the chow hall to eat dinner, lunch, or breakfast, lunch, or dinner? You got about 5 minutes to eat, and that was it. You got to cram as much as you could in 5 minutes. That's what it's like being a bear. When you're a bear, when you're looking to short, you've got such a small time frame to get your meal on, and that's it. And then it's back to being a bull. And yesterday, unfortunately, they put on such an aggressive sell, almost 1,000 points on NASDAQ in an hour, that the market got over-positioned to the bear side, and now we got overextended. And now the tackling fuel is straight bull. Straight bull. So, yes, 100%. Most likely this is too much too fast. But we had so much bearish yesterday. Today, there's plenty of fuel to the upside. So you cannot short anything until you have a dang good reason to do so. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful is all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't short. I'm just saying you better have a dang good reason to do so if you're going to short. Could you look at the Dow periodically? Yes, I can, Jimbo. 100%. Had an extraordinary session yesterday. Extraordinary, man. I had a trifecta of profits on IBKR, now NinjaTrader, and Quantower with TPT. Taking a payout last night. We're going to see if we can keep that baby going. Does a bear poop in the woods? Yeah, buddy. Just blew through 28 G's like it's nothing. Man, it's crazy. It's going. Straight up, baby. Straight up. Look at that. Just going, baby. We are now up almost 1,000 points since the bounce last night. Coming up on it. And we're about to take out the high at 28,100. Not a single retracement here. Just Blasteroni with cheese. Look, we just filled liquidity at 28,000. We have $1 billion of put selling. That is how much liquidity is on the books from options exposure is on the books from yesterday. $1 billion in puts sold, and now $246 million in calls purchasing coming up. Just an absolute extraordinary bullish day. Eating in the Marines was more like a countdown of 10, 3, 1, you're done. Yeah. You mean Marines can count that high? Interesting. I'm just kidding. I'm Air Force, man. I got to give the Marines some crap. I love it. About to hit the 100 daily average where we have rejected a few times since Tuesday. Nice, yo, Cheerio. Nice. Tremendously bullish move. Tremendously bullish move. It's turning into one of those days we're just running away and I watch it happen. That's okay. That's okay. Chair Force can't do any pull-ups and it shows. Dude, you're right. You're right. This is a straight pump, man. A straight pump, squeeze all the way up. Boom, blast, 28,040 and going. Bottom wick galore. This is a complete onslaught, algorithmic squeeze. You cannot short this. You cannot short this. Straight ripping and a tearing. Straight ripping and a tearing. Look at that. Booyah. Boom. If you're wondering what's causing all this, of course, it's outside of the market conditions from yesterday. Look at this top 10 of the S&P and tell me that's something you want to short. Boom. SanDisk, MU, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, AVGO, NVIDIA, SpaceX. They're all up a significant amount. I mean, just pump, pump, pump. 28,050. We're already up 200 plus points since the opening move. Just a crazy move, bro. Crazy move. And all eyes on the volume. 850 points in less than 24 hours is BANANES. Yep. Watch the show about forces. It got canceled because of budget. Interesting. So is this where they get everyone bullish again and they keep going, or they dump it? I don't know, honestly. Right now, we have to one thing at a time, which means ridiculous bullishness right now. One thing at a time. Ridiculous bullishness right now. Tremendous, 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 tremendous bullishness. Some of the most bullish action we've seen in 2026. Do not short. Absolute algorithmic squeeze. Everyone is getting squeezed out of this market right now. 28,100 in absolute rocket ship. Go. We're not going to stop until we hit yesterday's highs of 28,100. That's another 40 points from here. They are going to rocket this. Just a monster bullish move. We don't count down the number of... I love it, Tim. I love it. Blast off, baby. 28,063. 1.2 billion puts sold. 283 million calls purchased. Straight up, baby. They got more liquidity here. We have about 1,000 lots sitting at 28,100, which is right at yesterday's highs. That will most likely be our first rejection point at 28,100. Crazy stuff, baby. It's crazy. It's crazy. Gayed is probably losing his mind. Probably. Am I explaining all this, my theory from yesterday, appropriately? Do y'all understand that? The concept? There's a red candle instantly bottom wicked. 20, 30 point insta wicks. There's no selling on this market whatsoever. None. Zero. Zilch. Straight ripping and a tearing buying. All the way up, all day, every day, baby. Blasting. Boom! I told you, all that liquidity at 28,100, straight freaking up. Straight freaking up. Look at this. This is 300 points at the open, nonstop. We are up 1,000 points since last night. Do not short. This is straight freaking up. All day long. Boom! Amazing. And I'm done for the day. Dow's not invited to the party. Yeah, you're right. Insta-wick. Yeah, that's right. Triple kill. Super high volume there at 950 as we touch yesterday's highs and blow right freaking through it. And we are just off to the races. Off to the races. Crazy. I was just long for 15 seconds. I caught that whole 1 minute move. I love it. Everyone is losing their minds. How many accounts you just think got liquidated today? Thinking they just position short. How many people swung shorts overnight and bought puts, and they are now getting blasted in the face? Just an absolute monster move, baby. Just an absolute monster move. I told you all the first actionable rejection was going to be at yesterday's highs. We just tapped it, and guess what? Daddy's right again. First actionable rejection with volume, by the way. That's the highest volume spike of the day. Now we can determine, do we get a pullback? We hit yesterday's highs. Do we get an actionable pullback here? I would probably take profits on some longs just for now, or at least protect yourself with some trailing stops. If they hammer this and you are short, God help you. God help you. 25,053. Booyah. Booyah. What's up, Rob? How you doing? Jimba, good morning. Good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out with us. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Konnichiwa. I need to learn welcome in more languages. I only know, apparently, Spanish and Japanese. Shorting on a bull run, only pains, yeah. What's the 50 on this move? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. Ni hao. There you go. Let's take a look. You got the overnight 50. Look, insta bottom wick again. If they take out the highs, man, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be so nasty. The 50% on today's session, on the New York session. I mean, I don't even know if we'll even touch the 50. I mean, it's that crazy. I don't even know if we'll touch the 50. The bullishness is so strong. I would think a 50% pullback would be that would be a gift to the bears if they got a 50% pullback. I don't know if we'll get it. 700, 29,970, 27,971 is the 50% pullback for this New York session. But again, I don't know if we'll get it. I don't know if we'll get it. The buyers are too strong, and we got too much bearishness yet to even consider a pullback. I don't think we'll get it. Insta bottom wick coming up. If you were going to get a pullback, that's where it's going to be. And up we go. And up we go. Just protect yourself with some trailing stops to make sure you don't get it a quick red if they do that. But right here. Straight up, baby. Straight freaking up. If they take out 120, it is off to the races. We are going to launch pad, and it's going to blow everybody's minds. We're going to get a lot of woes, a lot of LFGs. Straight put selling, call buying right now on the options. Markets are some of the most bullish price action we've seen in 2026. This is some of the most bullish price action we've seen in 12 months. We are blasting. Do not fade it until the change of character occurs. Do not fade it until the change of character occurs. We have liquidity shifting upwards to 28,200. There's a very nice likelihood that we go up another 100 points from here without a single pullback. This week's action has been really fun. This week's action has been fantastic. This right here, this action this week is what we live for as VPA traders. It's what we live for. Look, another bottom wick here. If it takes it out and you are holding short, you better close it out as soon as freaking possible because we are going. Look at this, 28,100 straight freaking up. This is not going to drop. Forget about 50% Fibonacci pullbacks. Forget about VWAP. This is not coming down. Straight freaking up. 28,200 is the next target. All the way up, baby. Let's eat. Num, 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 num. Let's go, baby. 28,200. Next target, right there. After that, we're going to be looking at 300. They're going to completely engulf yesterday's candle and then rocket ship. All the way up. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, it's strict momentum. There is no 3Cs, Tim. On plays like this, there is no 3Cs. It's just market conditions. Market conditions are insanely bullish. Like max bullish. 10 out of 10 bullish. 5-star review bullish. All the way up. Currently trading MES 1 micros. Nice. Nice. Got 52 points on that move. Beautiful glitch. Beautiful. Beautiful. Seems like times like these, I wish I played NASDAQ. I get burned by NASDAQ every time, so I stay clear. Yeah. Yep. Anything under 28,050, stop out. Keep the trades on above 28,050. If it does take that out, stop out of the position. That's it. But right now, ripping and a tearing. Straight ripping and a tearing. Let's go to the 5-minute. Absolute monster move. These are moves that you want to screenshot and save to look at. Just extraordinary. SpaceX rocket ships. 117. SanDisk. I mean, 20% bounce on SanDisk. Just a monster move. Just an absolute monster move. Everyone's scrambling to close out short positions. The only way this is going to top tick is if once all those short squeezes stop. Once all the puts stop being closed, that's it. That's it. 28,112. There's zero selling whatsoever. The options don't indicate anything other than bullishness right now. There we go. Be smart, especially if you're trading on Take Profit Trader. If you're going to get those daily payouts, you want to be smart. This is not the time for max position sizing. This is not the time for trading beyond your britches can handle, beyond what your britches can handle. Just stay with micros, get those daily payouts. You can make a phenomenal amount of money with micros. Make that money. Make that money. Absolute monster move on NASDAQ. Absolute monster move, and it's not going to stop. When do you enter if you don't get a bigger pullback, which we're not going to get a pullback? I'm telling you, like, forget about retracements. Forget about retracements. Forget about Fibonacci's. This is straight gasoline. If you don't get a pullback, it's just momentum trades. There's no other way of entry here except just momentum. Grab momentum. Unfortunately, when the markets run 1,000 points, that's the only thing to do. Is there a great way to enter? I don't have a good answer for you. This is straight up. And it's not going to stop. Position size down. See if you can get yourself in that move, and that's it. That's it. Massive, massive move. Just blast off into oblivion. NASDAQ is straight up. You're not going to get a pullback. You are not going to get a top wick. Don't short it. 28,200. Booyah. 28,200. Do I monitor yield? Yes, I do. They're going up, so this kind of suggests a dead cat bounce. Later, like I said, I'm going to use the same kind of playbook as yesterday. All of my analysis here is strictly for the morning momentum. For the afternoon, I have no idea what could happen. They could sell off every dime of this afternoon. I have no idea. And I'll kind of play it as it comes along as we get the action that goes into the 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock time frames. This could be a dead cat bounce. I don't know. Yields. Let's take a look at the 30-year yields. Here, they blasted, but then now they're getting top wick back over as a little bit of intervention there. 5.2. We are generally heading higher though on the 30 years. The 30 years is arguably the largest metric to look at for yields. You've got the 2 year and the 10 year. They're all climbing as well. TLC is still on the downtrend. You see here, this is the monthly chart on TLT. As long as the yields continue to rise, TLT is going to continue to go down. And if this were a chart on the stock, I would be shorting it because it's bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick. Now the fourth attempt. This looks like absorption for another low price, and it's just going down. So, but right now you have going back to what we talked about this morning, is that we had so much bearishness yesterday, and the market got so bearish. This is just straight ripping fuel. And when the market gets overpositioned bearishness, this is what happens, is that the market just goes into ludicrous mode, and it doesn't stop. And then the more people try to short it because they have a memory of a goldfish from yesterday, it's just more fire on the fuel on the fire, up, and away. The more people short, the higher it goes, and we start doing this crap. And we're about to go to 28.2. If we go to 28.2, we'll probably go to 28.4. You are not going to get a pullback. It's not going to happen. So forget about retracements. Don't short. Up, and away. We just hit 28,175. Now we're going to 200. Once we take out 200, I would expect another 200 points on NASDAQ without a single top tick. Straight up. Live squeezing, baby. Up, and away. Micros are the cheat code. Yes, sir. There we go. We are blasting. Up, and away. Do not short. This is absolute. I'm giving you free money. Every one of you should be just absolutely raking in the funds here. I'm giving you the script. If you just listen to this, you'd be just fine. No shorting. Just rocket ship, baby. Just rocket ships. We're up 400 points in the New York session alone. We're up 1,000 points since the overnight. Just up, and away. I even tweeted it last night, baby. I said the market is about to show you what happens when you try to short the whole. Up, and away. Blast off into oblivion. Here's a little top tick. There's your dip you're about to get, and they're about to rocket dips past 200. Up, and away. It's fantastic. Boom. When I was doing pre-market analysis, I was seeing NASDAQ didn't have any real resistance until 28,400, but it was thinking it was taking a lot to get there. Now I see how. Yep. Boom. Love it. Tackling fuel. I've killed it the last couple of days. Thanks, OM. You're on fire. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. In my opinion, this is one of my best weeks in terms of analysis. It's just absolutely extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. If I had to attribute it, look at another bottom weight. If I had to attribute it to something, it's the fact that I have, look at this, just absolute monster. They are not going to give you a retracement. I'm telling you, they are not going to do it. Don't even worry about, like, just give your trailing stops a wide berth and take your hands off the mouse. Take your sweaty meat paws off the mouse and just eat. That's it. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Absolute monster move. We're going to 200 after that. We're going to 400. This is going to go straight up all morning long. And it's going to be, everyone's going to be like, oh crap, I can't believe they didn't happen. It's going up all day long. Don't short. It's amazing. Actually, I'll say all morning long. I don't know what's going to happen this afternoon. But there we go. 28,170. I love it. I love it. Love that movie, Ben. I love it. I did not go into that movie with high expectations. And it was one of the only modern-made movies that blew my mind. I love it. Fantastic. Extraordinary movie. Not realistic whatsoever, but still an extraordinary movie. There's a small little top wick, instantly bottom wicked. I told you. You heard it here first. Everyone else is trying to short. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've been telling you since last night. I probably pinged y'all 5 times in the server last night. Don't do it. Don't do it. The Feds do not see markets in a bubble territory. Well, that's interesting. I have read a couple of articles that say the days of major drawdowns are over because of AI. 20% and 30% sell-offs will never happen again. Which kind of hard to agree with that. But AI is pretty nuts. AI is pretty nuts. So a large Russian missile attack hit in Poland. The last time that happened, the markets dropped like 2% instantly and then bounced back up. And now it's not even a headline. It's funny how that happens. Why are we not shorting? I present to you Exhibit A. See that watch list right there? That is why we are not shorting. Who will buy stuff if everyone is unemployed? Yeah, that's true too. That watch list is insanely green. SanDisk is up 18.5. MU's up 12. Amazon's up 4. Microsoft is up 14%. It's some of the most bullish action we've seen in a year. Just ridiculous bullishness action. Until you get a change of character, you can't short anything. It's just straight up. Yet, even yesterday, I wasn't even looking to short. Just straight ripping and a tearing. Ripping and a tearing. No bounces? I mean, I'm sure we'll get a bounce, but, you know. Not so much ripping now. Yeah, after 1,000 points, I guess you could say that. Yeah. A little bit of top wick. Finally get our top wick. No shorting for me. Not interested. They just put on 600 lots at 28,200. They just put on 600 lots at 28,200. Y'all know what I'm going to be doing. Oh, yeah. Worst press conferences are not going to work in the future. The post-meeting questions on the press conferences is a measure for the people to have forward-looking guidance. Warsh has continued to stop giving forward-looking guidance and has restated that he's no longer giving any forecasting. Market participants are learning to play the ball, not the referee. He took 20 questions from 11 reporters. 14 questions were related to forward-looking functions or future path, and he dodged them all outright. Interesting. Interesting. A little bit of a top tick, and I'm flat on that, which means we're about to go back up. Yeah, buddy. An extraordinary morning. Is this fuel for them to go down to 200? I don't know, man. They just put on 1,000 lots almost. 700 lots at 28,200 on Bookmap. It's the first biggest level we've had of the day. This is a little bit of retracement to get people to start to short again. And then you know what they're going to do. They're already doing it. Look at that. Already a 40-point instant wick. I love it when it rolls over and I'm going to try to long. Well, if you want to play a bounce, here's your bounce. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Microsoft, 15%. 15% bounce on Microsoft. Love it. I love it. Big surprise at Trump Lackey being unwilling to give information to citizens. Yeah. What about gold? I haven't even looked at gold this week. What are they doing? Massive top wick gold, 41.80. Man, that was a 3C. Did anyone play that 3C on gold? That was extraordinary. That's extraordinary. I wish I would have played it. Silver top ticking back over. Yeah, buddy. Almost kissed the previous week's low perfectly. Almost. Man, that gold. I need a screen up with gold at all times. I'm missing too many moves on gold. We have 74.28 on the S&P. They've absorbed all their major liquidity on the S&P. We have 74.50 and 74.20 as the outlier levels. NASDAQ has virtually nothing on the book. We have a small amount of potatoes at 28,050, but they've got almost 1,000 lots sitting at 28.2. 28.2, which is back up to where we just rejected. Why not look for shorts? I get that this isn't the same as a too much too fast because yesterday, but NASDAQ's almost 3% for the first hour is nuts. Well, like I said, the afternoon I will consider a possible short entry because I'm not sure what they're going to do, and I want to keep my bias open for the afternoon. But right now, when I see that much green on the watch list, when I see what happened yesterday afternoon coming into the overnight, like I immediately just disregard short positions. And that's me personally. Like I don't do well shorting momentum. It's just I love buying, but I love buying the dips. I love buying momentum, but shorting bullish momentum is such a hard thing to do. It's not conducive to success, especially when I know when all retail is trying to do that. And I want to be on the other side. I want to be on the opposite side of retail. So I'm not saying that you can't have successful short positions on stuff like this. I just don't want to do it. I just want to wait until the slop trade is on the short side, where I could be a little sloppy with a short entry and still make money without, want to jump off a bridge. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Going over to the 5 here. We have a high volume come in at 950. A little bit of pop from there up to 28. We almost got the 200 first target. We got to 187, which is what I was going for 200 first. I'm not sure. I would probably guess that we're going to go to 200 anyway. But we got to get people trying to reshort again. And we'll see. The most vicious rallies occur during bear markets. Do you think we're in a bear market? Who thinks we're in a bear market? Solid question. New shorts don't have much to go off of now. Especially over here. Yeah. I would like to get into prop firm trading. Price action is fast and you need quick entries. Do you recommend back trading before taking the plunge into day trading? What do you mean back trading? Like back testing? Yeah, exactly. GT. Back testing has its place. I'm not one of those that slams the table and says you need to be back testing in all your spare time. I think the best teacher of all is live trading with small position sizing. Find a product that you can trade that's so light that it doesn't matter if you lose 10 trades in a row. And that's the way you need to be trading. Back testing, you kind of see things through a hindsight as 2020 type lens. You need a back test to develop your rules and to kind of see how it would apply. But the best teacher of all is live trading. There's nothing beats it. When your feet is in the fire and your meat's cooking and you know how you handle yourself. We talked about this yesterday, is that the true edge in trading is not a system. It's yourself. It's controlling your emotions in your mind. The psychology of trading is the true edge in trading. There's 1,000 different ways to trade successfully. Everyone's got their own system. Everyone's trying to scream from the mountaintop that they've got the secret. They're the best. You look on Twitter yesterday, and everyone's like, I called this level. At my level, I bought support. No one else did it. Your furu was long. Everyone's just, eggplant measuring. It's all nonsense. The true system is how can you fight your emotions when your feet are in the fire. And the only way to do that is through live trading. Period. Trading is not that difficult. You buy the dip, you sell the rip. That's it. You buy the dip, you sell the rip. But it's easier said than done when you've got max position on the table. All right, here comes the old blasteroni with cheese. Our option's still looking bullish. 1.4 billion in puts sold, and we have 300 million in calls purchased. They're not doing a lot of call buying, I'll be honest. I think a lot of this is short squeezing, covering the positions. Everyone is absolutely scrambling to get out of their shorts that they swung, and we're kind of just undoing what we did yesterday. I think that's a lot of this. The options aren't necessarily very bullish. I would call them bullish, definitely, but they're not. They're not. Yesterday, it was extraordinarily bullish. Yesterday was extraordinarily bullish on that massive move up. Right now, it's not that much. So I could definitely see a pullback into the afternoon. A little bit of a kind of reverse profit taking. But right now, I mean, the algorithms are 100% tooled. They've got the bull switch on the algorithms today for now. I loathe the traders on X. Yeah, you, me both. Not enough people preach psychology. That's unfortunate. I think the reason why a lot of traders don't preach psychology is because it's not sexy. It's not easy to sell a course preaching psychology. Nobody wants to read that. They want to sell a course on the 8 EMA and RSI, but they don't want to sell a course on psychology. And it's not easy to teach. Back trading using replay feature. And yeah, I do that. That's the best way to do back trading, is to use the replay feature. Just pick a random spot on the charts, hit the replay feature where it erases future price action, and go to it and analyze the price action, see what you can do. But still, nothing beats live trading. A little bit of a top wick, a little bit of profit taking. Counterintuitively, it should be the most emphasized point. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It should be West Side. I disagree. I think everyone talks psychology, it's just they don't actually give helpful information. You're probably right there too. I took that dip and out at 120. Money in my pocket. Thanks, Wim. Your words did this. Thanks, Kraken. Appreciate you, buddy. Another massive bottom wick. All the way back up, baby. They're bottom wicking everything. The buyers are on parade. The last month has been down a little, but it's hard to tell with only a month if we're in a bear market, and I'm a bear. Well, the S&P certainly is not in a bear market. The S&P is only a couple of percentage points off all-time highs. NASDAQ is a little bit lower, but I think we've undone a good portion of that today. There's another hammer candle, instantly 50-point hammer candle on the NASDAQ. MU's up $100. I mean, it's crazy. The amount of bullishness on the tech today is just extraordinary. It's crazy. The 50% pullback, and if they gave the bears a 50% pullback to 971, I mean, you better be thanking your lucky stars. I just don't see 971. I just don't see it. The S&P is doing pretty much the same thing as NASDAQ. Pretty much the same thing as NASDAQ. Look what happened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was FOMC day, though. The day after FOMC is typically the move. And when the move happens, it's hard to fade it, whether it's down or up, in this case up. It's hard to fade it, man. When that algorithm trips and starts cranking, it's hard to turn it off. Like I said, I'm sure we'll have a pullback, but not until the afternoon or late morning. Because this is extraordinarily bullish. The selling here is so weak that it's almost impossible to get into a profitable short position. Just up and away, baby. And already we have another 100-point bounce off this little pullback, and we're about to take it. If they take out 200, like I said, 400 is on the table here very quickly once they take out 2. Just up and away, baby. Up and away. Massive bounce. Look at this. They're going, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. You're about to see a massive green candle. Watch this. Watch this. They're about to wipe 200, baby. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm going to be so intolerable. Watch this. Buyers trying to save the bearish candle. Is it possible to enable Arabic subtitles for the broadcast? I don't know. It's a good question. You called it yesterday when you said the reversal would take back all those short levels. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If they take out 200, I'm going to be so intolerable. NASDAQ flipped the 100 daily from resistance to support. We should keep it going here if it clears highs. Yep. Here it goes. Here it goes. There she goes. Oh, it's about to do it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Would you look at it? Would you look at that? 200, baby. There's nothing else to do here except long. No shorting by the dip. No shorting. No shorting. If this monthly candle closes below the previous month candle, does that change your thesis for the month coming? I don't know yet. I'll have to let you know. If you're on a TPT prop account, what realistically is the stop loss for one MNQ in this type of action? Well, I've been telling my members that if you are going to make the decision to trade NASDAQ, whether it be NQ or MNQ, you need to assume at least a 50-point stop loss in these conditions. I mean, your 50 points is one 1-minute candle. So you either, if that's too big for you, then you need to go to MNQ or MES. So 50 points at least in these conditions. Otherwise, you're going to get stopped out left and right. Again, I am not a fan of quick scalping on purpose. If I take a trade and for some reason I take a trade and the position breaks down immediately, I'll stop out quickly. But my goal is to put on a trade that's going to go for at least 15, 20 minutes, if not hours. But yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, you say wow, Jimma, but I've been very vocal that I think prop firms are desensitizing traders to the absurdity of NASDAQ. Prior to prop firms, you don't touch NASDAQ unless you've got at least $300,000 in your bank account. Period. Or your brokerage account. And prop firms have desensitized us to the magnitude of NASDAQ. So if you're going to make the decision to trade NASDAQ, and you've got to put on at least a 50 point stop. It's just too big. In tighter market conditions, you can go tighter. But in these market conditions, you're going to get stopped out all the time. We're going to go. We're about to blast right through 200, people. We're about to blast right through 200. Here we go. You heard it here first. We're about to go. VIX is getting clobbered. Tech is up so much it's hard to even quantify. SanDisk is up 22%. MU's up 15. Microsoft is up 15. AVGO, Nvidia is up 4. SpaceX is up 4.5. Just ridiculously bullish. Ridiculously bullish. Just think somewhere out there, somebody took calls on Meta and puts on Microsoft, and they're having a very bad day. They're having a very bad day. TS tilt is still skewed short. Yep. That doesn't surprise me at all, Westside. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, buddy. A good close over 170 will be amazing green candle. I can see it. Let's do it, K2. Let's do it. Here we go. Another bottom wick. They're gathering inventory. They're gathering weapons ammo for a blast to 200. You're about to see a phenomenal green candle. Watch this. Watch this. Here, I'm going to will it into submission. Do it. Massive green to 200. You will go to 200. Now. Everybody blow on their charts. Keep blowing. They blew back at me. They're going to 200. I know some of y'all did it too. That's the funny part. Some of y'all did it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Here we go. Here we go. This is a new experience in the server. Yes, sir. Did we hit it? I don't think we got it yet. We got 197. We got 197. Here we go. Straight up, baby. No shorting. Boom. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You either get busy living or you get busy dying. Oh, yes. Sometimes hope is a dangerous thing, especially if you're a bear. Having hope or get you demolished. Ah, yes. Oh, 226 and going to 250. Let's go to 400, baby. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up, baby. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's go. Everybody's blowing on their charts. Everybody's blowing on their charts is making it work. Keep blowing. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Boom. 25,250. That's right. I just held through that whole pullback when we got out. Huge day. Thanks for the call outs. You're welcome, Proggy. I told you. I told you. Everybody, I have 109 people watching this server, which it should be like 10 times that. Not a single one of you should have been in a short position. I have no sympathy for you if you're in a short position. Only longs. Only longs. If you did short and blow up your accounts, please make sure you use code OMTPT to re-sign into your accounts on Take Profit Trader. If not, let's go, baby. Stay in the chat and I'll dunk on jabronis for a while. That's right. That's right. Please make sure you use Options Millionaire for all your trading needs. Only Longs would be a great name for the stream. Yeah. Still going. Boom. All the way up. I just made another $1,200 today on the funded. Thanks for y'all. I'm going to sleep. Nice K2. Well done, buddy. Congratulations. Enjoy your sleep. We are straight up. Now, I will officially say the opportunity for short will start to come along from here on out. I will begin to gently sanction short positions. Gently from here on out. From here on out. With OMTPT, are you supposed to get a credit for the pro account? I had to pay the activation fee. Yes, you are supposed to get a free credit. So make sure when you go to pay, you're not actually paying. You select the credit feature. And if for some reason they didn't apply it to your account, shoot customer service a message and they'll get it squared away instantly. There's a red candle instantly bottom wicked. Someone just got a little hope. And it was stripped away. Ah, yes. Hope can be a dangerous thing. That's my Morgan Freeman impression, if y'all didn't catch that. What do you mean a credit? With Take Profit Trader, if you use code OMTPT, which is the blue box there at the top of the YouTube, you get 40% off of your evaluation. Plus, once you pass that evaluation, you get a credit for a free funded account. So it's a free activation. So what happens, you pass the evaluation. Once you pass the evaluation and you go to pay for it, there's an option at the bottom that you select a credit. That credit gives you free access to the funded account, free activation. So not only is it the best prop firm in the business by a large margin, not even close, it's also the cheapest entry from entry all the way into funded. Massive green candle here. We are pumping. We are pumping. Sounds like Bane. Yeah. New high of the day on NASDAQ and still going 28,250. We are going up to 400, baby. Pumping it. Pumping it. Pumping it. Pumping it. One of the most bullish days of 2026. All the way up. I'm having a good day, man. I'm having a good day. I think the missus put a little something in my V8 this morning. I think she put a little something in my V8. Hopefully she put some testosterone in this baby. Some TRT. Still going. I haven't heard V8 since I was a kid. I love it. Do I use their Pro Plus account? I'm currently not a Pro Plus trader, but I've been on Pro Plus before, yes. No more sugar drinks for you. That's right. Well, there's no sugar in this one, but. So when I pass the eval, I won't have to pay activation. That's correct. Yep. See those green letters at the top? It says free funded account. That's what that means. That's what that means. Free funded. No shorting, baby. Straight up. Not until we start to get 3Cs. All the way up. If your test is under 500, just go sign up on online. Now, my test is like 980 right now. It's ridiculous. Still going straight up. No shorting. Straight up. Straight up. It's almost 5 times mine. My last test was 192. Jeez Louise, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely blessed in the testosterone level, for sure. MES doesn't look straight up. Nope, they're dead flat. They haven't moved since 950. The S&P or NASDAQ is just straight ripping and tearing, baby. I don't even want to look at the S&P right now. I'm diagnosed for TPT, but hold off till I get older. Really need it for my health. Yeah. 800 to 1,000 is where you want to be now. 2,000 to 2,500 is where I want to be. Is there any way to check to see if I check the box for free funded? Asking for a friend. Well, you have to use the code to get that free funded account. And if you go into your account log and just see what you paid for it. If you paid 40% off for the entry, then you probably use the code. If not, let me just, contact customer support and they'll hook you up. Why wouldn't you want to be a Pro Plus trader? I mean, you can't select to be a Pro Plus trader. You've got to be drawn into that. So you sign up for an evaluation, you get funded, which is the Pro account, but they have to pull you into being a Pro Plus account. It's not you could just, hey, can I be a Pro Plus trader? So can I ask, if you don't like scalping, why do you rest on the 1 minute chart? That's a great question. That's a good question. 100% valid. So I track the 1 minute chart for volume inflow. That is it. I do my price action analysis on the 5 minute and the 15 minute. So the reason why I'm doing that is because the 1 minute chart will give me the earliest instance of volume inflow on the charts, and that'll allow me to make a decision based on the volume. So like right now, for example, what do we see? We have a 1 minute volume spike that occurred here at 9:27 Central, 10:27 Eastern Time, which puts in a high. This is the high right here, and we have a little shelf. Every time we have a volume spike, we put in a little bit of a shelf. You see volume spike here, top. Volume spike here, top. And we have to deal with that. So from there, I'll switch to the 5 minute. Now I've got the 5 minute chart up, but it's off the screen. You can't see it. I've got the 5 minute chart that I monitor simultaneously with the 1 minute, and I'm able to make a price action decision based on that. And then the 5 minute, I'll switch to 15 and 30 and all that other fun stuff. That's the moment I'm still able to bench 1.5 my body weight, double on squats. I don't see a problem yet. If you've got T that low and you're still putting up numbers like that, that's pretty impressive. But imagine what you'd do if you were at 1,000. Massive green candle, baby. Oh yeah, give me 400. Could you imagine if they go to 400 and blew everybody's minds? Could you imagine? Are there any foods that increase test? Yeah, what you do, fantastic food is one of my favorite foods to increase testosterone. Get yourself some ground beef. I prefer 75-25, maybe 80-20. Cook it to a patty, hamburger. Get yourself a good homemade quality bun. Assemble it with maybe a fried egg, tomato, good stuff, preferably homegrown. That right there. And then when you're done, or when you're done cooking it, you plate it. You take a couple of D-ball pills and you put them on the patty, and then you eat it. It's fantastic for testosterone. Little pink pills. Still going, baby. No shorting. All the way up. All the way up. Still going. Look at this. This may be the most green watch list I've seen since 2021. I don't remember a time I've seen this many names over 15% on my watch list. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. That's right, Cole. That's right. Fall, winter, summer, spring. I've always been into sports, even now some community league kickball. Nice. Burgers are underrated. Yeah, so I love burgers. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite foods. It's just a good quality homemade hamburger. I love it. Is the 40% discount off the monthly fee? That's correct, yes. So the evaluation fee you pay monthly, the OMTPT code gets you 40% off that forever, mind you. And then when you pass, you get a free activation. So your only cost to trade with Take Profit Trader is the cost of that evaluation. And that is it. It's beautiful. I took a break for a while with 2 shoulder surgeries. My test dropped below the floor, and I felt terrible. Started not moving again. I thought TPT charged a monthly fee. They do. Well, yeah, it's the only cost. If you take more than a month, to pass the evaluation, then yes, you'll be charged a secondary fee on the next month. But once you pass that evaluation, they shut that off. Once you go funded, there is no monthly fee. Yeah. Once you go funded, there is no monthly fee. What's up, Kennedy? Is it possible to get a refund on the old website and purchase a new one? Yes, it is. I prefer that, actually. Or what I can do, you have 2 options if you do that. I can give you a refund, or I can add the 30 days on top of your new or your new membership once you pay for it. So it won't re-up for 60 days. That's up to you. You can do either one. Whichever. But if your name is still yellow, that means you haven't connected if you signed up on the new website and your name is still yellow, that means you haven't connected your Discord account to it. Once you do that, it'll automatically turn red without me having to do anything. What account size to start with? That's up to you. I love the 150s are my favorite. It kind of matches with what I like to trade, but it's up to you. The 50s are great, 25s are great. It's just you have to adjust your position sizing for the right account size. That's it. If you're just joining the stream, no short positions. We are euphorically bullish on the NASDAQ. We are coming up on the time where I could expect a profit-taking event on NASDAQ, but this is one of those days where we could see 1,000 points without a single top tick. It's possible. In this environment, it's possible, which is going to blow everybody's minds after what happened yesterday. Absolute monster move. Absolute monster move. By the way, I was a major jabroni for not hopping on that Momo train earlier. Finally got in on that pullback. Nice, Ellis. Well done, buddy. I'm glad you got in. It's okay to miss a little bit. You got on the pullback. Is the monthly fee discounted for only 1 month? It's forever. So every re-up, it's that the monthly fee applies, or the discount applies. Still going, baby. Still going. If they take out 240, it's going to be a quick trip to 300. I'm telling y'all, this is ludicrous day. This is silly day. This is silly day. Y'all take advantage of it. Make money. Give your trailing stops a wide berth. Do not put on a tight trailing stop here. Practice maintaining a trend. This is the day to maintain the trend. Make the market come get you. Make the market come get you. Right here. Right here. How wide would you trail this? 50 points? At least 50 points, yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. We had another terrible day. I caught the pullback to 75 and rolling this move up. Green is bad, right? Nice routine. I love it, buddy. I freaking love it. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on YouTube. Hope y'all having a good day. We're having an extraordinary day. We're having an extraordinary day. The 3 C's rule king, baby. Rule king. I love it. My name is Jeff. Has anybody checked on Twizzy? That dude's been here since day one, and like this is the longest he's ever gone without not talking. What's he doing? Where's he at? Twizzy, are you here? Come on, ma'am. There you are. What's happening? It's good to have her back. You commented this morning. I didn't even see it. I apologize. I was on vacation. Nice. I'll sign up on the new one right now and DM me. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate you, buddy. I think I'm taking a month off, or I think I'm taking tomorrow off. It's been a wild month, and I feel like I need to respect the trading gods on the final day of the month. Dude, there you go. I think routine. You know what? I'm going to mute you tomorrow. You are not allowed in the server tomorrow. So if you do decide to trade, you're going to do it on your own. Don't trade. Don't trade. Don't trade. No, I'm just kidding, though. Maybe someone has some sewage for me to go play in. Yeah, go plumb. Go do your job. Hey, a little bit of a red move. Muy interesante. Nice. Well done, Magabaguli. Well done, buddy. I'm officially flat. I have no positions open. I'm officially flat. And I'm spent. Oh, man. Be when it comes to AI and plumbing. Love it. You're going to take my job? Yeah, buddy. Looks like I'm going to be a head coach this year for my daughter's softball league. I'm going to make those kids run wind sprints until they puke. Get them on some. Get a bunch of 10-year-old girls on some TRT. I love it. You thought this was about softball? This is about burpees and wind sprints, baby. You're about to learn about softball. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Oh, the post-bullish run. Post-bull clarity. Nothing like it. I saw a comedian who said every tech billionaire has told us that AI is coming, is going to take your job. Your taxes will pay for it. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's still... Man, yeah. It's all nonsense, man. It's all nonsense. Would you consider this a change of character? Possibly. Right here will give me a determination. If they hammer this candle, then no. If they can actually close this, then yes. I will say this will be a first opportunity for shorts to actually make some money. But they got to close this candle. If they hammer it, then absolutely, I mean, there you go. So the character is still bottom like everything. You see how quickly character changed yesterday? You see this? Yesterday was a phenomenal bounce. It was extraordinary. Calls were pumping. We went from 27.4 to 28,600 points. It was glorious. But then what happened? The character changed. We took out the lows and we went from bottom wicking everything to selling everything. So this is a textbook change of character that happened very quickly. That needs to happen here. If you have any hope for a retracement, the character of the algorithms have to change. They have to go from buying every candle to selling every candle. Let the market be on your side. What's in the box? Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Boogeyman. Baba Yaga. We have a little call selling. Like I said, I think this might be the first opportunity for sellers to make some money, if you so choose. Which shirt would you wear as a coach? Judge, Jeter, or Mattingly? I'd have to go with Jeter. I grew up in that watching late 90s, early 2000s baseball, and I was a huge Yankees fan. So I'd have to go with Jeter. Mattingly was awesome too, though. Massive bottom wick all the way back up. If they can close this 5-minute candle below 159, then I think we'll get our pullback at least for the buyers to make a little money. Here comes a morning trendline touch now. ES is coming down a bit. The S&P is not nearly as bullish as NASDAQ. The S&P has already started their retracement. Heck, they're already almost back down to their low of the day. NASDAQ is just straight tackling fuel. Now, here, I will say this. We've had a lot of fun this morning. We rode this train all the way up to 28,400 or 28,240. When the bears actually start to take some profit, it should be pretty juicy. But, I mean, look, they're hammering this back up. So, I mean, it's not right. It's not yet. Like I said earlier this morning, is that I don't know what's going to happen into the afternoon. I'm sure the bears will take profit today, but they're going to make you sweat and they're going to make you work for it. And just be smart about it. And it can happen quickly. I mean, the selling can undo 200 to 300 points of this very, very quickly. But you better be dang accurate with your entry. I hope all my comments help you out in your thoughts. Yeah, buddy. We have some decent call selling. They are starting to sell a wee bit amount of calls. A wee bit. This is a level we need to break right here. You think that's about 483? Yep. Oh my gosh. A little break in the weather for the Southeast Alaska people. It went from 100 degrees back down to some pretty manageable temperatures. You know what's weird with my garden this year? If you're not familiar, I'm a gardener. You know what's weird? I have 0 pest issues. Like insects, nothing. My squash and my tomatoes look better than they ever have. I've sprayed nothing. I've used nothing. It's extraordinary. Usually squash bugs have eradicated the freaking squash by now, but they're beautiful. We invite them all over your garden. Yeah. I was in KS last week, Kansas, and we were at 102 the entire time. Ooh. I had a mouse problem recently. Ate a hole in my supply line for HVAC, and I had to cut into it and run them out. You need chickens. Our garden has the most squash bugs ever. Dude, I don't know what it is. Maybe they don't live at this elevation, but man. I was just reading that pollinating insect populations are down over 80% in most areas of the Southeast. So, we are beekeepers. We've got 5 beehives. And the wife is very passionate about it. We learn about that stuff. And the main issue in America right now is glyphosate. When you spray glyphosate, you're killing everything. You're killing the bees. Killing everything. Instead of a TPT account, how about a chicken giveaway? Hey, if you want to come pick up a chicken, I'll give you one of my chickens. I'll give you a chicken. I'll take 2 chickens. You want to die for some chickens? Someone is. Climate change is reducing insect population. Interesting. First scalp of the day. Nice, Jimbo. The Bears are able to have their first meal of the day right here after such a big move. Care what those promises. Yeah. I'll name it Sergeant Beef. I did have Claude design me, I told you yesterday, a cow house. So I'm going to start building a cow house soon for our cows. Coming on down, 28,090. The first red candle of the day for NASDAQ, all the way down. It's fantastic. First target to look through is 068. If they can get through 068, we might have a 50% Fibonacci touch. Actually, this ain't even the 50% anymore. This is the Fibonacci. 029. 029. Love it, baby. I love it. Oh my gosh, Dan. Oh man, that is horrible. That is horrible. Chickens are the best pest control, including ticks and fleas. They also kill mice, frogs, rats. Yeah. All right, coming off here, 28,072. Red candles on NASDAQ. S&P is dropping here as well. The S&P is much more bearish than the NASDAQ today. Not only right now on this move, but in the whole session. NASDAQ is plummeting. S&P is plummeting. NASDAQ is starting to trickle down here. And if they can get through this 068, the bears will have their first opportunity to have some profits taking here. All the way down. Their first opportunity to take some profits on a move down. But they've got to hold this level right here. We have our first short 3C trigger. What can they do? Calling out movements left and right, baby. Calling out movements left and right. A little bit of a red move down. Can they hit the Fibonacci at 029? We have a little bit of call selling. We're just going to put a crazy little tree here. We're going with the Bob Ross theme here. I can't get over that we just slide 200 points on NASDAQ regularly now. Yeah, I mean, this is a massive, massive volatility. These are days when you need to be trading micros. We have liquidity down to 28,000. Will we grab the 28,000? This will be interesting. Muy interesante coming on down. Can we do it? Can we get 28,000 liquidity? Can we do it? They're about to. This is pretty bearish. This is starting to turn into a nice bear move for the old bears here. One more push and we should get that 28,000 liquidity on Bookmap. Here's a Fibonacci touch. Will they hit the the Fibonacci? Right there. $28,000 liquidity will be just under the Fibonacci. We have a lot of roadblocks here we also have a trend line retest. This will determine how aggressive the bears can be going into the afternoon session. If they hammer this, you know what to do. You know what to do. Bounce-a-roni with cheese, baby. Bounce-a-roni with cheese. Can they do it? Your narration on dips reminds me of a nature documentary. Predator sneaking up on the prey. I mean, it's very similar to it. Do I use anchored VWAP? No, sir, I don't. I don't use any squiggly lines on my chart. No squiggly lines. Massive bounce right off the 50 Fibonacci. Someone ping Mojo. Someone ping Mojo. We actually have a cross current. We have a touch of a trend line and the Fibonacci. Mojo and Kennedy are going to duke it out here. You like, put up your dukes, but I got no dukes. Could be like David Attenborough over here. You got that reference? That's an old school obscure reference too. That was the GOAT. How'd you get that reference? Fantastic CD. I remember listening to that when I was a kid. Massive bottom wick right off the 50% Fibonacci. Right here. Massive bounce. I'm old school. You and me both, brother. You and me both. They are still selling calls and buying puts. That is a defense off the Fibonacci. Right there. Bounce back up. It's extraordinary. I'm going to switch back to the 1 minute for this. Right there. Look at that. That is as clean as it gets. Anyone else use the measurement tool on Quantower and forget they had a large quantity selected, enter trade, and get crushed? I've done that before. Yep. Massive bottom wick. That's a 60-point insta wick on NASDAQ, and they looks like they are going to run this thing, baby. The bears had their fun. They could not defend the 50. If they take the 50, that's the only indication that you can play down to low of the day. But the bulls are defending exactly where they should. Just boom. Boom. NAS Classic 5-minute sell div. Mean reversion to the mean comes in at 5-minute 20 EMA. Mean reversion, you know. Mean reversions are how you play those pivots. It's because we're old. We are old, sir. We are old. Liquidity on Bookmap is void everywhere except at 28,000, which is 70 points down from here. 28,000. We're about to see our if we're going to get a test of that 28,000 mark. We're about to see it. Yeah, I hate to see that, Slater. I've done that before, man. I feel for you. I hate that. I'm sorry. Yeah. A little bit of top wick. That's one of those times you place a trade and everything's going well, and then instantly your heart rate goes to like 15,000 because you realize that you've put on 15 minis accidentally. That's a pretty dang big bear move right there, homies. That's a big red candle off of 28,100 taking out the 50 Fibonacci, and that may get us to 28,000. That may get us to 28,000 after such a big bear move. Sorry to hear that, Slater. They are absorbing the 50. If they clear the 50, we might be able to get down to low of the day. Maybe the bears will eat down here. Notice we have a change of character. I'm no longer pumping to blast a Roni with cheese here. We had to change a character. You got to be smart. You have to learn to rope-a-dope the market, baby. Rope-a-dope the market, or it'll rope-a-dope you. $700 lots at 0S75. $700 lots sitting at 28,075. Someone's trying to save this market. Someone's desperate to get out. Someone is trying to save the market. I'm not giving up. Good. Don't give up, buddy. Just make corrections and move forward. And I'll help you as much as I can. Someone's trying to save this red. Oh, they just got it. They worked. It worked. Boom. Massive, massive, massive bottom wick. That is the most aggressive bottom wick we've had since the move at 942. That's a 100-point bounce instantaneously on the 1 minute candle. Right off the 28,000 mark in the 50% Fibonacci. Boom. Boom. How many contracts is in a lot? A lot. Price got to a great location on the daily level. Yeah. Do you ever trade counter trend or against the trend? Yeah, 100%. It all depends on what you mean, though, by counter trend, though. I love playing bounces off an extended bear trend. I love it. It's one of my favorite trade my favorite trade is playing the bounce off of a large red move. I don't like shorting green moves. That usually leads to destruction. Massive bottom wick, baby. Massive bottom wick. Bears getting smoked again. Three C's itself is basically rooted in reversal. I could see that. Nice hater trays, well done. %, Fibonacci right at 28,030. We just had a 100-point insta bounce off the Fibonacci, which means the Bears have completely fumbled. The defense has recovered the fumble, and they're running back from the goal line all the way back. They're at the 20. They're at the 40. They're at the 50. They're at the 40. They're at the 20. And if they close this, they're going to score all the way up to 240. Boom. Massive wick, baby. Boom. Boom. Let's go to the 5. We have multiple bottom wicks off the 50% Fibonacci. That was all she wrote. That was a high confidence area for a bounce. With the Fibonacci there, with the trend line retest there. Just extraordinary. That's a high volume bottom wick that closed 3C long indication. And that should get us all the way back up to the highs. All the way back up, baby. That's all you get. 200 points is all you get. What time is it? 11:06. We got 24 minutes till the London close. It's funny how Chicago picked the Bears and the Bulls. Isn't that funny? I've never thought about that. That's interesting. I wonder if that's on purpose. And the Bears are red. The color is red. I've never thought about that. Man, what an extraordinary bounce. 110-point bounce instantaneously on NASDAQ. I love it. I've never even thought about that. How have I gone my entire trading career? I've never thought about that. Explains why the Bears are never any good. Also, 100%. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, buddy. As we're nearing the last 20 minutes of the stream, any questions, comments, concerns about anything? Thoughts, concerns? Bulls won 6 rings during the tech run of the 90s. Yeah. Yeah. Iran says it will never accept a U.S.-style ceasefire. Well, that was hours ago. That was 2 hours ago. Markets don't care about Iran right now. All they care about is some juicy gains on SanDisk, Microsoft, everything. Yeah, but that's not, they've said that so many times, man. Like, I don't even know what the market believes about the Iranian stuff. It's just back and forth. Warsh would love to see lower interest rates. Trump says Warsh is fantastic. I bet you that'll last all of about 2 months. And then it'll be back to Warsh is an idiot. Warsh is too late. We need a new Fed chair. Could you show which indicators you have active? I see you have 8, but I don't see that many on your chart. Yes. I have 2 active indicators on my chart. Number 1 is the volume. Obviously, the bottom. The second one is the volume profile. Now, I also use this one here, but I have to turn it off when the market opens because it goes wonky on me. Oh, massive bottom wick again. Instantaneous 60-point bottom wick. The bears can't do anything. Oh, boom. Look at that. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Instantaneous 80-point bottom wick. This market is obscene, dude. This market is obscene. I use these 3 indicators on a very consistent basis that you're seeing on the chart. Man, this market is obscene. Have you ever been in the mind state of obsessing over every 1 minute candle? No. Well, I mean, I'm not going to. Yeah, sure, I have. I'm not going to say no to that. You've got to go to longer time frames, though. They need to build a canal to bypass Hormuz, yeah. How many contracts do I put on at a time? It depends. It depends. I've been known to do some stupid stuff, and I've been known to do very smart stuff. When I'm trading my take profit trader accounts, I trade anywhere between 1 to 3 minis most of the time on 150 once I have the buffer established. When I'm leading up to the buffer, I'm trading between 1 micro up to 1 mini and any combination in between. 5 micros, 7 micros, 1 micro, 1 mini. Once I have my 2x buffer established, I go to 1 to 3 minis most of the time, depending on conditions, of course. Low volatility or high volatility, low confidence conditions, I'm going to trade a micro. So it all depends. It all depends. Better taco again before oil runs down in August. Yeah, buddy. Does that make sense, Thatch? Did you see that? Large red candle. Are they going to hammer it again for the 3rd time, or the bear's going to do something? I don't know what to do here. I'm not taking a trade here. I don't know what to do with any of this. These are disgusting candles. These are very large candles. You should not be trading minis at all right now. The morning confidence momentum is gone, and now we're entering in the manipulation or the day traders high frequency stuff. You think we're going down, Twizzy? Twizzy says we're going down. Anyone else? Anyone else say we're going down? Bueller? Do I still use Bookmap? Yes, in fact, I've got it up right. Meow. Meow, listen here. Would you like to see it? I'll show it to you. Boom. There's Bookmap. The only liquidity on the book is at 28,000. That's a large sweeping red candle. This is a 4th attempt at the 50% Fibonacci. If they break this out, you can realistically play down the low of the day. I am not in a trade right now because I don't know what to do. I have no problem admitting that. I do not know what to do from this move. We're still bearish on the daily. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, 100%. Still coming down. That right there was a 100-point top wick. This is a big attempt at the 50 Fibonacci. If they take this out, it's your only hope to get low of the day. Your only hope to get low of the day. The S&P is coming off here too. The S&P has almost taken out the low of the day, which is very bearish, by the way. Taking out the morning low is a probable bear move into the afternoon. Closing low of the day after a trend up is a statistically switch into bear mode. Now, that's only on the S&P, which is going to be interesting watching the S&P do that and the NASDAQ not. So we're going to see if this can happen. We're going to see if this can happen. They just put on a large amount of lot at 28,030. 28,000. Oh, they just put on another. Somebody is trying to save this market. Look at this. They put on another amount of liquidity at 28,008 again. That's the second time they try to prop this market up, bid this market back up. It's insane, dude. It's insane. Do you disable smoothing on Bookmap? I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that means. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. I'm not a very tech savvy guy. If it wasn't for Claude, it's like I would be lost. I mean, I was lost. But now I'm found. Amazing grace. What does that mean they have buy orders 080? Let me show you. The options are switching back towards bearish, yes. We have another attempt at the Fibonacci with another bottom wick. 1 second. Let me show you. Bookmap. All right, look at Bookmap. We have a large amount of liquidity sitting at 0875. That's the second time they've tried to prop this thing back up. They did it before that 100-point bounce. They put on 1,000 lots there, and they bounced it back up and rocketed. Now they're doing it again with 400 lots. So they're doing everything they can to bid this market back up before a rollover, which makes me think they're going to go for low of the day. It makes me think they're going to go for low of the day here by trying to bid that up and get that filled, take some profit, and then roll it. That's how the order book works, man. They put on these large lots to skew the price action, try to algo run it up, grab that 7.5 against the exact same area they were last time, and then try to do something with that. Makes me think they're going to go for low of the day. They're doing shenanigans here. Yeah, buddy. Another bottom wick. Massive bottom wick again. All right, that liquidity at 0.75 is now removed. So they did their job. They bid it back up to hold it. They're saving the market there. I was too tired. I missed this morning. I'm bummed. That's okay. That's okay. So they put on that 0.875 and they bounced it again. So if they do test it another time, this will be an actionable continuation short into low of the day of 1.3. So if they come back down and retest this 0.50 again, this is where I'm going to look to play into the 1.813. But they've got to come back down and retest it again. I need to see that the sellers are going to hold that after that little move. 500 lots just came on at 0.50. I need to see another test there, and then it'll break through and go down to 1.3. They are selling calls. They're not buying any puts, though, so it's not super bearish. It's just they're selling some calls. A little bit of profit taking. Let's see what they can do. Here's another attempt. That's 1, 2, 3, for 5 attempts to get through the 50% Fibonacci. This probably will get us at least a lower into this attempt to go move here. This is an absorption move. The S&P just officially put a new low of the day in. That is very bearish. The S&P just put a new low of the day in on the New York session. That is very bearish for price action. NASDAQ is about to make an attempt to go a little bit lower here. It's going to be difficult for me to call low of the day, although that's statistically where we're going to be going. Right here. We'll see what they can do. This is absorption. Am I looking to short any bounce now? No. This would be a continuation play through this area after absorption, which they're holding on for dear life at this 020 level. NASDAQ at 28,020 is like concrete right now, which is also right at the Fibonacci, 50 Fibonacci. Right here. We'll see what they can do. The S&P is holding on. They bounced off their range low, 24,700. That's a 50-point drop on the S&P. S&P is getting smoked. NASDAQ is doing just fine, holding above their 50% range. They will not fall below this concrete. There's a concrete plate sitting at 0 on the Fibonacci. That's where they have to claim to get lower. That is your line in the sand here. Right here at the Fibonacci. The bears must claim this level if you have any hope to take profits down to the opening range low. It must claim. All the liquidity on the book map has been dealt with and absorbed. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We have liquidity down to 0.19, which is barely below us. And then down to 28,000. 28,000 would put us 40 points down. Not much at all on NASDAQ. Just a barely little tick. Do I mean continuation to go up? Negative. Continuation down. They've got to hold the Fibonacci. If they hold the Fibonacci, it'll be continuation down. But right now, the buyers are holding on just fine. Barely down. Right here. Yeah, buddy. Selling calls still. Massive bottom wick, baby. Still can't go through, and the bears fumble for a 5th time. Boom. Can you believe with these jokes I'm not a dad? Yeah. Massive bottom wick again. The more times this bottom wicks, the hope diminishes every time it bottom wicks for any kind of downside. Diminishes over and over and over again. The bears fumble everything in sight. The bears fumble everything in sight. We are coming up on London close, 8 minutes. Any final questions? Am I talking about football? Pretty much. I don't know if there are any spicy food lovers in here, but an Ethiopian friend just introduced me to Mitmita. I feel like Princess jabbing on a magic carpet. Interesting. Am I looking to enter along if it keeps failing to go below? Yes. So if they continue, well, I'm not really looking to enter anything right now. But I would consider, if you're looking for shorts, they've got to close at 50%. Otherwise, I mean, it's not going to happen. The S&P is very bearish, actually. Very bearish price action on the S&P, but NASDAQ doesn't care. There's a complete divergence between NASDAQ and the S&P here. and it won't bring the NASDAQ down because NASDAQ is so ridiculously strong. There's a lot of rotation out of everything to pile into the beaten down tech names, and it's showing on the indices. NASDAQ is just straight ripping into tearing, pumping, and NASDAQ just took out low of the day. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Back to highs, you think? Possibly, yeah. Coming off here, we have London close in 7 minutes. Another move down, another top wick. This is now what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th attempt to go lower. It's got to get under the 50%. It's got to. 5 attempts to go down and another bottom wick. Whatever's going on at 028 is absurd. The 50% is incredibly strong here. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny what happens at a level? Just pure support. We have liquidity down to 0 to 28,000 on Bookmap. Very, very light liquidity, but it's there. Let's go take a look at the S&P liquidity. The S&P has liquidity layered all the way down to 7380, which is 26 points down. So again, S&P looks very bearish. NASDAQ does not look bearish at all. NASDAQ can't even get through their 50% Fibonacci. Another bottom wick. Boom. What about the Fibonacci makes you so confident in them? It's not that I'm necessarily confident in the Fibonacci. I use the 50% Fibonacci to give me a mean reversion target. And once that happens, which it did at 1056, then I use price action to establish a support. So the Fibonacci gives me a target to draw a support, and it hit. Then after that, I draw this shaded box, which is this. And it tells me that for some reason, 28,030 might as well be kryptonite for bears. Can't do it. Every single time the price action even thinks about touching 28,030, it hammers. So that, to me, is your line in the sand for a 3C short down to low of the day. It's got to clear this support. So once I have the trigger for the Fibonacci, then I just use price action to determine support. And the markets are right here loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Why are you not leaning more bearish after breaking swing low? 28,070. Because of this right here. You start shorting into the support. I mean, you're going to get clapped until it absorbs. Man, I really appreciate your engagement. Thanks, Croix. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I mean. Y'all are why I'm here, so I'm here to help. I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Now we're starting to get the bear move. Now I could theoretically see low of the day. Now is where I start to see low of the day come into play. But they bottom wick it again. They got to close it. They still got to close it. You see this? This little, I use these drawing tools not to be like John Madden. It's to give me context. It's to give me situational awareness. And right now, I mean, look at this. This shaded region is kryptonite for the bears. Every time the price action touch it, it's whammy. Just hammer candle back up. Hammer candle back up. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hammer candle, boom. That's right. What do you think they're going to do here? What do you think they are going to do here? What's the S&P doing? Let's go look. Still same thing. I tried to get my podcast over onto Apple last night with Claude, but it turns out there is somebody on Apple who already has a The Options Millionaire podcast. I'm about to cook some beef with somebody on Apple. They created it in 2023. They posted 5 episodes, and they've never touched it since. All right, here's another attempt to get through this area. Absorption in progress. Dispatch, we've got an absorption in progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attempts to get through 28,000. We need one more move to absorb to engulf this area, but yet another hammer candle in this shaded region. Hammer candle again. The bears can... Man, what is going on at 28,030? Can't do it. This looks like absorption, but man, it is the selling is so weak. You can't even get a close. Can't even get a close. Another top wick, absorption. If they can manage to get through this, I think you can theoretically target the low of the day of the range. But man, you see what's going on here. We have 1 minute, 30 seconds, until London close. Another top wick. Can they do it? Can they do it? It's like concrete. This Fibonacci is like the strongest Fibonacci battle I've ever seen. They said they're going to make you work for it. Yes, sir, they are. They are definitely going to make you work for it. What happened? That's what happened with our business and social media. Some guy used our business name on every social media account, posted nothing. Extremely frustrating. Yeah. My vote is down based on the daily chart. It's possible. It's possible. Do yourself a favor. Wait for the close of this stuff. Did my YouTube live stream? No, I thought it shut off. Okay. If it stays under 0.58 and then 27,953. Interesting. The 50 Fibonacci is also the 100 SMA. Nice. How impactful is it to know candlestick patterns? I think it's more impactful to understand price action. And candlestick patterns arguably can help you accomplish that. But understanding what price action does and why candles form and what a liquidity sweep is and certain setups, I think it's paramount. It's not only impactful, it's paramount. Now, patterns itself, candlestick patterns, I think are very important, but I think you need, like, once you understand conceptually what price action does, that's more applicable. Right here. Another person bought out a domain when it expired before we had a chance to renew it. I think there is a regulation to keep that from happening. You have I think there's 30 days or something like that where if someone does that, they can't do it. They have to give it back to you. After that dude bought like Google.com when Google's domain expired and he caught it. Yeah. 90-day periods. There you go. Should this now be characterized as a slightly downside consolidation? Yeah, but we got to get through this right here. There used to be an options millionaire stream on Investor Hub. Interesting. Yeah, I know there's a options millionaire website right now. It looks super scammy though, but it's not the options millionaire. It's just options millionaire. Do you know a good book on market psychology? Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I will get it for you right meow. I can't find it. Where's it at? I've got a link of all my crap. Best loser wins. And trading in the zone. Now the thing is, trading in the zone is on Spotify. It's a free audiobook on Spotify. So if you have Spotify, instead of listening to stupid secular music, you can listen to Trading in the Zone for free. So those are the two fantastic books about psychology that I recommend. You're welcome. Super Troopers meow. Yeah. Trading in the Zone really changed everything for me. It did. Yeah, it's fantastic. Cold shower or ice bath for psychology. Yep. Anything that's tough on you, I think is fantastic for psychology. That's why I teach my kids, whenever they complain about something being hard or they get hurt, I say good. My daughter trips and scrapes her knee up. Good. I don't help her up. Good. I'm glad you skinned your knee, because that's going to make you tougher. As long as she's not injured. If she's injured, that's a completely different situation. I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to hold her. I'm going to brush her hair. I'm going to wipe her tears. I'm going to be daddy. But if she just gets a hurt, she's just a scraped knee or hurt, like, I'm very much tough love. Good. And it's because hard stuff that is painful but doesn't physically injure you or emotionally injure you makes you stronger. Do stuff every day that challenges you. Comfort is physical, emotional, and spiritual death. You die in comfort. That's why our society is dying. That's why everybody is physically unfit and dropping dead of heart attacks. Big green candles, by the way. Do stuff every day that challenges you. Go for a run. If you haven't ran in years, I challenge you to go for your first walk or run this week. If you used to be in shape but now you're not, I challenge you to make one step this week to do it. Do I run? I do. I have a 1 mile track on my property that I run. I don't enjoy it, but that's the reason why I do it. In the nude, I could do it in the nude. No one would ever see me. Wouldn't be pretty, though. My wife is asking me to go to her friends' gatherings, and I'm the only guy. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? All right, y'all. We are past the London close. We ended up with a little philosophy here. In addition to doing some of the challenge, I also encourage you all to engage in prayer. Prayer is the number one most impactful thing that you can do. Get into the Word so the Word gets into you. I have a chicken looking at me. I'm going to start running again. I need to get my endurance up. I get gassed at the MMA classes. Yep. Do a run a week, baby. It gets cold where I live, and I got a 10-mile run in. Nice, Hyder. You negative 30 and plus 30? That's awesome. Sprint running. I recently read an article that says that, especially if you are getting older, sprinting has to become a priority. Sprinting boosts testosterone. It reinvigorates your endorphin system, your endocrine system, not to mention the actual physical abilities. Yeah. In the last 30 minutes, do they trap bears, it seems? Yep. This shaded green block is the reason why I'm not shorting right now. It's the reason why. You have to let this thing clear. It seems counterintuitive to the retail mind. You want to short down. You want to get in early and short down to it. Not to say that that's not a bad idea. But if you're not already in a short position, this is your huckleberry. You've got to get through this. Keep it up. Cardio is awesome. Myself going to hope on a bike trip. Nice. What body would you rather have, a runner or a sprinter? Sprinter. Absolutely. Jog most days, then once a week. Hard sprint. I like it. Sprinter who can curl 2 plates on a 40-pound bar, baby. Yeah. Stretch them sleeves out. So what about marriage? It needs to hurt too. Not hurt, but you need to go through tough times together. I mean, that's how you build the best marriage, right? Is you go through tough times. Everybody goes through tough times. But can you survive those tough times? If you do, it comes out stronger. That's why the beginning marriages are awesome, because you go through financial struggle. You go through the struggle of having children. It's great, man. We're getting philosophical here today, baby. You signed up for trades, you get psychology. We're going to switch over to Dr. Phil. Hello, you're welcome to the Dr. Phil corner on the Options Miner server. We're going to be taking calls. Hi, OM, long time listener, first time caller. Don't marry the person you love the most, marry the one you survive the best. Absolutely. You have to put up with me for a couple hours a day. She has to put up with me 24/7. Alrighty. Any final questions before we wrap this up? Not to mention she could see and smell me. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not good. Not good. That's why so many marriages fail. That honeymoon phase ends, and instead of growing up together, they get divorced. Yes, sir. You're right. Power exercises are great as you get older. Keeps neurological systems functioning well and helps with reaction times. Yeah, absolutely agree. Should I stick build my garage or hire one of those large metal buildings? Any advice from experience? I mean, that's up to you, man. I mean, you're making a ton of money, so time is money. If you can afford it, of course, hire it. I highly recommend the Amish. The Amish do a fantastic job. The Amish built my house. They do it quick. They don't complain. They work sunshine, cold, rain, snow. They don't care. Nuclear blast, they'll do it. They'll be out there in hazmat suits building your house. They don't care. They're super kind people. Not very personable, though, I will say. They don't smile a lot, but they are still kind in their own way, and they work hard. They're EMP proof. They are EMP proof, yeah. I was warned. The contractor warned me that the project manager, who's an Amish guy of his own crew, he warned me. He's a little dry. Don't joke with him. His sense of humor is very. He's not like modern, so it's very stone face. But he's a super nice guy. But it's just stone face. Awesome people, though. Awesome people. Highly recommend them. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, we just had 2 billion puts being sold and 800 million in calls purchased. So, yeah, buddy. All right, that is going to wrap up the stream for the day. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the Discord. You can shoot me a message there, and I'll get to you. Just give me about 24 hours to respond before you start pinging me. You can also shoot me an email, optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com if you still want to do that. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, baby. You'll come back and get notifications for all future live streams and content, shorts, all that kind of fun stuff. Otherwise, that is going to be it for the day. Fantastic morning. If you're going to short, please make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, wrap it up. And I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning for another fantastic day to wrap up this extraordinary week. In my opinion, the best week of 2026 for trading, and certainly some of the most fun conditions to trade. We had a lot of fun today. Hope you made some money too and learned something. And until next time, I'm out.